Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Dee and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. So welcome back to another Bookmas, Vlogmas, whatever you want to call it. And I thought it would be fun for me to do a video to those of you all who are new at reading, brand new, or getting back into reading. So just a little background about myself. I used to read like as a teenager, but as I got older, I stopped reading and I got back into reading, I believe in 2016, 17. That's when I got back into reading. And so when I got back into reading, I was reading a lot of African American history because I felt like as an adult African American woman that I needed to know my history. That way I could participate in complex conversations when it comes to my own history and things like that. And so I did that, but slowly I started reading other things. So tip number one I would give is, and I've got my little notes right here, be aware of buying books and reading them just because everybody else is reading. Now, I know there is always a trial and error period when you are taking up a new hobby, you really don't know what you like. However, if you're an adult and you should have a sense of hopefully who you are, what types of things that you like, there's a lot of genres to explore. For instance, are you a thriller person? Do you like watching thriller movies? Do you like watching romance movies and things like that? You can take from the things that you already like into choosing the books that you want to read, because it does get a little wasteful with your time and also your resources, your money, buying books just because everybody else is reading the book, knowing that you know nothing about the book, that you don't even think you're gonna like the book. So just make sure that you are not going down the rabbit hole, buying books and reading books just because everybody else is reading them. Make sure that you are reading what you genuinely, because that is something that happened to me when I was getting back into reading. Everybody was talking about certain particular books, usually like the new shiny books and things like that. And I would buy them, I would read them, but I really was not enjoying the book just because I innately did not enjoy like that genre. You know, it wasn't really a book for me. I was just reading and buying the books that everybody else was reading. So I know that can get, that can be easy to get caught up into. Just a little warning, do a little research, make sure that you are buying the book because you genuinely are interested in that subject matter. Number two is set a budget. Y'all, books are so expensive, especially if you're going to Barnes and Nobles. I do try to set a budget. I don't always do it. I do slip from time to time, but for the most part, I do try to set a budget. Whenever I'm getting into something new or starting to pick up a hobby again, I do spend a lot of money. I realize that I do spend a lot of money and that can be wasteful, but I don't feel guilty because I do try to set a budget. Right now it's on the higher side because I got caught up. I just want to buy all the books, which is not healthy, right? It's not ideal to be blowing all of your money on books. You can blow a lot of money. And to be honest with you, the book is just going to sit on the shelf until you're ready to read it. And so it's a little wasteful, I would say, because you're not utilizing the book right then and there. You're not reading the book as soon as you buy the book. Make sure that you're setting a budget so you don't blow your money. And also go to like bargain stores. Like I just recently discovered Ollie's. Ollie's, I have found some popular books at Ollie's. They have a whole book section and their books are like so cheap, $5, $3.99, even $2.99. And they're not all like old books. You can find some popular books in there if you look. Also, thrift books. I just discovered thriftbooks.com now. They do sell used books. You have to make sure that you're carefully reading how they describe the book. Like I try to get books that are in very good condition. Sometimes they do send you like library books that are in good condition as well. So just make sure that you're reading how they describe the book before you make the purchase. But that has also been a money saver for me, buying my books used. I have gone to the used bookstore as well. Amazon is, I would say, my last option these days. It was like the only way I bought books because generally Amazon is much more affordable. But because I don't really buy into the whole Amazon business model, I would say. Now, I do love Amazon. I mean, most people do, but I don't agree with their business model. I don't agree 100% of how they run their business. So that is like my last option to buy books, but I would give it to Amazon. They are affordable. You can get affordable books on Amazon. So that is my second tip, to set a budget and explore other options like thrift stores, the Goodwill, both in-store and online, Ollie's, like discount stores, Big Lots, the Dollar General, Dollar Tree, I've heard you can find some good books at. So that's my second tip. Number 3 is read at your own pace. Don't get caught up in trying to read fast when you're generally not a natural fast reader. It can get a little intimidating when you're a new reader and you're watching other people talk about how many books they have read for the month, 10, 11 books. I don't get caught up by that because that's just not my style of reading. I really like to take my time into reading books, and reading books is only one hobby. I do have other hobbies. I do work full time, so I don't feel any type of way when someone says they read 10 books. But initially, I think that could be a thing. Initially, if you're a brand new reader and you're watching people talking about how many books they have read, don't feel bad because you've read only 2. The fact that you're reading, you're engaging in something that you enjoy is all that counts. Read at your own pace. That's very important. And don't feel any type of way just because you're only reading 2 books, 3 books a month. Number 4 is embrace the books that you already own. That's one thing that I have not been doing. I will be the first one to say I am guilty at not embracing the books that I already own. Now, I do read books that I already own, but I need to get out of this, and I need to stop buying books so much, because one of the reasons why I have a lot of books that I have not read is because now I'm buying more books. So that list of to be read is getting longer and longer. This is to remind myself that I need to embrace the books that I already own. I'm going to try my hardest not to buy any more books for the rest of the year. Now, I will do another book haul because those books have already been bought. Okay, you will see another book haul because I've already did the damage. But hopefully for the month of January, that's one of my goals, not to buy any books. Embrace the books that you already own. Show those books that have been on your back list, or the books that you've recently bought. Read those, prioritize those before going out buying other books. Because again, at the end of the day, it is a little wasteful having books just sit around that you are not reading and you're just continuously buying books. I'm saying this because I need to remind myself of that as well. But those are the 4 tips that I would give to new readers. These tips, of course, can be useful to any reader. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if anything I have said makes sense to you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.